Hey there, good people, welcome back. So today we are unboxing my 2021 Power Sheets. I do have my 2020 Power Sheets here so that we can compare, and all I did was open this box, so we're gonna be surprised together. I purchased a custom bundle because I didn't want everything in the bundles. So first we have tending tape, also known as washi tape. You guys know, there are 1,000 names for this stuff. We use it 1,000 different ways. So I'm just gonna open everything and then we'll go a bit more into detail. So then we have the color coding marker set. I really wanted to get this instead of stickers this year, and hopefully these colors do a good job of matching. Then I'm pretty sure this came with it, like it was a free gift. And it's just a little journal. And then I got the main sticker book because, well, I wanted it. I didn't want extra stickers, but I always get this. Then I purchased a wild card pack. I generally get this as well because I do actually find it useful throughout the year. As with most people, I love a good notepad. It's like my weakness, whether I need it or not. I got the break it down pad. I do have a lot of projects I manage at work, so I figured this would be useful not just in Power Sheets. And then the star of the show, the planner. So after opening everything, I realized that this is the 6-month planner, and here is the 12-month planner. I had to acquire it to finish this video because I thought I bought the 12 months, but I did not. Okay, so here we have the 6-month and the 12-month planner. And I can say, just after taking this out, that this is definitely smaller than this year's Power Sheets. No doubt about it. And if you want to compare the size, the 12 months is here and the 6 months is here. So if I line them up perfectly, but they're a little different. Also looking at right away, these corners are different. So on the current one, the corners also have this protection, but it's square, and here it's rounded out, and I would say it's thicker too than this one. So they've definitely made it more hardy. The coil is also different. I can see a difference. I think it's maybe a little smaller, and there's something different about how they've cut the holes. So maybe this will open and close easier. Oh yeah, it does. Completely. This one from this year, when you go to close it, it doesn't close that easy generally. Like you see right here, it's coming off. Yeah. So that's been kind of a downside of this year, but it hasn't hindered me using them. So that's why I haven't really found that to be too much of a problem, but they definitely fixed it. So this year's Power Sheets, they seem to all come with this thing here, your fresh start. Because my other one, my 6-month had this too. And what's interesting about this is the prep work is definitely smaller, and I think they've taken out some of the things that were in here and put it here, because this one is basically this information, right? So it tells you how to start it, etc. So I think that's one way they've made it smaller. So as far as the pocket goes, I'd say this pocket is obviously taller. The one from last year is taller, but this one is wider. So that's, I don't know if that's a plus or minus. I really don't think it matters either way as far as this goes. They feel very similar. Not much different at all. I just think they made the pocket wider instead of taller, which I do like. So that's a plus. I obviously got this citrus garden cover because that's what I like. But the inner portion of it is the same. It's got this light teal color with the gold stripes. So let's dig in. This is the 6 month. Only difference is 6 month undated. You see the tabs here don't have any dates, and here it has the months of the year. So that's the big difference. The calendars would be dated as well. The calendars in here, whereas I don't think the calendars in here are dated at all. So, you know, difference between dated and undated. After we go through this, I'll flip through this and let you know if there are any differences. So let's just go through the meat and potatoes of this wonderful planner. So we have this cultivated year belongs to, so you can put your name here. Then we have the stickers. Love these stickers. I purchased the sticker book last year, so I mostly use stickers from my sticker book, but I did use some of these stickers, and they seem to have a similar bent as last year, for sure, just with different design. And then we go to the You're Ready for the Year page. So this year, this is where this page was, but that's okay. So here they just kind of say, hey, do the work. And then you go straight into goal ideas. And I love that I already have some ideas myself, so I'm probably going to start compiling them here now that I have a place to put them. And then this is the same as last year, except this is a little different. I think there's less here. It was 4 or 5 parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, and there was another part here. It looks like the team cut out some of the extra stuff and just made it really, really focused on your goals, which is interesting. I'm interested to see how that helps me. And then what fires me up is next. I'm loving the new design here. I love the thick stripe just from a design standpoint. It's just a difference. Last year, it looked more like this. Different design, same concept, you know? I just love this look. It makes it look cleaner to me. And if something looks cleaner, you're less overwhelmed by it. So I love that visually. And then this again is also clean. Last year it had a lot of color, which is, I still liked it. It's just a different design choice, but I really like how clean this is. I don't know whether the words say anything different, but it's the same concept. And then we move on to what last year was called Break Your Identity Box right here. Oh, I think, yeah, you do it here. So they just switched it up. And I think you were still working in last year here about, you know, what happened, what was good, what was bad, or not bad, less than great. And then you break your identity box. So it's just in a different place. Same concept. Last year, this stuff was actually on its own page, but this year it is now just a quarter of the page, which I really like because this prep can take a long time, and having more lines for me made me feel like I needed to fill them up, even though I know I didn't have to. And just having less lines for me is a better option for me to move along in the prep a little faster. So I like that. Oh, it looks like they cut out people I'm grateful for, which is fine. I mean, I feel like there was a bit of fluff in it, and it was useful fluff, but it was a bit of fluff. And considering how long it takes to do this stuff normally, I'm kind of glad they took it out. So then we move on to the big picture. Again, it's just a different design concept. Similar things, but they made each section smaller, and I think that's good because you're just not spending so much time on so much extra stuff. Again, they took out the legacy thing and moved on to your cultivated year. There was a thing in here about threads, which I don't see here. I don't know, that might be useful, but they might have put it in the wording here somewhere. I don't know. I did enjoy that part, but there is a bit of redundancy in this year's Powersheets, and I think they took that out. So, like I said, I do like the fact that it's a bit more streamlined. So here, this is you learning how to set up goals, and then you get a rough draft space to put your goals Yeah, this is definitely less stuff, and I like it. This makes me so happy because I remember last year when I did this, I was like, why is this so space big? I feel like I'm not doing enough. This goals thing was on 2 pages, and I just felt like I wasn't using it well enough, but I love this because I don't need more than this. And then my vision board, I actually always create my vision board digitally so that I can keep it very visual on my computer. But this is a good space for me to like jot down what I may want in it. And then we have the word of the year. So this year it was in a different place. Glad we still have the word of the year. I always choose a word of the year. This year, my word is build, and I have definitely been referencing it several times this year. So I really am happy that that's still there for 2021. And then we move straight into building your goals. Oh, this is awesome. Yeah, this definitely cut out some of the extraness. It did have all this information though about how to use this action plan. And I do think that's useful. It might end up being in a download or something because I do think this was important. It's not in here. No, I really do like this. I wish this was in here because for people who aren't used to setting goals or even thinking really intentionally about the future with their goals, this was really useful. So I don't know, hopefully they incorporate it somehow into the videos and things you get. But this is new. Oh, this is beautiful because to have a goal, it needs to be smart. And it has the time part component here, like the resources, what you really need, so that if you have some lofty goal, you can break it down and maybe realize, hey, it's too lofty, or maybe it's something that's going to take you more than a year, or etc. So I really like this part. Ooh, and it has you align it with your big picture or your yes or no list or the word of the year. So it connects even more with all the work before. Oh, that's a great change. I like that. And I like this change because last year it had this, and I actually transferred this elsewhere and never referred to it again after the first part. Now, I did actually read all these books, but I felt like this would have been more useful in the months. And so I like that you have your mini goals and action steps here, but you're not figuring it all out for the whole year. You're just figuring out how to start. And I think that's just how I plan. So I love that. And then you have enough for 8 goals, which makes sense. And your yearly overview. Love breaking this stuff into quarters. What I did was I broke the first set into quarters, and then after that I broke these quarters up in my life planner. So here I did it all, and then each next quarter I broke it up in my life planner. I don't know if I'll do it differently this year. I might, because the mini goals are in between the months, so that might help me. I don't know, maybe I'll write myself a reminder within the seasonal refreshes to go back here. I actually think this would be good to put in the seasonal refresh. So maybe like put this and then some blank space to work through before the seasonal refresh. I just think that would go with the action items being further along as well. But that's just, I think, how my brain works. It still works for me. Oh, and then you get 2 large pages for wildcards. I don't think, no, that wasn't in this year. Interesting. Okay, because I do use the wildcard pages. That's awesome. See, I just love the vibrancy of the colors. It makes me want to use it. So this is the same as this year. No, and this is another spot for wildcard pages. This is the same, which I actually use this for anyone who's looking for things to figure out. I actually use this to track my content. So instead of planning content here, because I have another space I do that, I actually write what I publish, and then the first 24 hours, the analytics, I put that here. And then here I put down my beginning and end stats on my socials. So I use this as a analytics type tool for my content. Ooh, I love how big this is. So this year, it looked like this. It's just a different graphic design choice, but I love it. I love bigger font in general. As a blind person, I'm not blind, let me be clear, but I have very bad sight. I love this, and I also just love how colorful it is. I know some people like neutral stuff, but like stuff like this makes me want to use it. And then we're brainstorming our month a little different. Oh, this is good. This is so much more in line with the tending list. What it normally looks like is this. So you do your goals for the goals to focus on this month, action ideas, and then this information is there. So, and then you have the tending list. So this more visually breaks up for you what you're gonna do here and put it here, here and put it here, here and put it here. I just love that. I think it makes a lot of sense. What is interesting is there are more daily habits. I'm not a huge fan of this. I think people do way too many daily habits, but that is a personal thing. Might be great for somebody. I would like less monthly items and more weekly. But guys, that's like totally personal to my life. Can't make everybody happy. I still like this right here. Top priority, it used to say, but now it just says priority. And I always like the encouraging words. It just reminds me when I'm looking at this tending list that I need to have some encouraging words. And this page is still perforated, so you can tear it out and put it in your planner if you want to. I did that for a while, and then eventually I bought this. Actually, I keep it on my desk like this, so I can always see it. And it's kind of like in my face when I'm planning every day or when I'm working on stuff. And it's really useful, especially for my habits. So I love the tending list. I think that's just one of the Powersheets signature things. They should not mess with that. And then they've changed the month in review a little, which is probably a good thing because, again, it had some redundancy to it. It's still the same colorful thing. I like that this is a bit more muted, actually. But this both said someone I'm grateful for and why, so they just made it a bigger box. And then, okay, they made more space for favorite memory, which is nice because there are some months where you have more favorite memories. And then the rest, I think, is pretty much the same, except it says progress I'm celebrating. And that's not here, which is an interesting choice. I'm not mad at it. It's just an interesting choice. And then I'm saying no to and I'm saying yes to, which I often find quite useful. And then you just go through the months till you get to the seasonal assessment. Oh, okay. So I'm noticing something else different here. In this planner, the dated one, they had tabs for the season. So this was fall. I didn't use much of that because I didn't know what in the world to savor. It was an interesting one for me. Spring. But in this one, they don't have tabs for the season. So let's see what they did. Okay, so they put it right after the April tab. And it looks more like the goals page in this one. But you know, this is good. I don't think we need a lot of space for this. They made the seasonal refresh, I think, a bit more compact and less fluff, if that makes sense. But it looks like they still have options for fluff, which is not bad. Like they just made it a bit more goal oriented, which, since this is a goal setting planner, makes lots of sense. Again, I just love the design this year. That hard block is just, it's giving me life. And then keep moving forward. And this, I think, looks a little different. This is awesome. It's kind of like basically a summary of the season. I wonder if they do that every time. And then you write down your goals. Now this could also, really. And then the action items. I love that they did this. And I'm sure there are 8 spaces, 1 for each goal. Yes. This is smart. This is thinking. This is helping you figure out how to achieve your goals in a very, very streamlined way that works more with the brain. I think this is just, I love this. Again, I think the only thing I would add is I would actually put the quarters, I would put the second quarter here instead of having all 4 quarters in the front. Or you could like put a smaller version of it here, so you're thinking of it, but one way or the other, I would put the quarters here. Instead of here, I would move them to the seasons, since they move the action items to the seasons. And it just makes sense to me, because like the amount of times I actually go to the back to the prep work is not very frequent. And then you move straight into April. Again, just like the other months, nothing different there. So colors here. May, it's a mustard yellow. Then we have another yellow. Blue. August is a teal type color. September. So this is what changes. For anyone who's new to Powersheets, this is the color change each month, not any of the inner design, which is ideal. Let's see what the second quarter looks like. So July, same look, even the color is the same. So I really like that. So October, I have missed one. No, I haven't. Okay, October. Yeah. Okay, so this really is like where you get that bit of extra. So this is telling you what to unhurry in your life. And this one is having fun with your goals and a quarter challenge to have more fun. That's the third quarter. In the second quarter, oh, well, what would you do if you had an extra 24 hours? So that's interesting. I mean, the first quarter is the beginning of the year, so the whole everything is that refresh. But I'm loving it. And then December, let's see how they ended. See if they ended it the same. Look at you, you did it. Progress, not perfection. Yes. Oh, this is new. So the reason why this is usually not here, I think, is because this is what you do at the beginning of the next year. But it does not hurt to do this. This is completely new. Favorite memory, best thing I read or listened to. So instead of putting something every month, this is what you do instead. And I really like that. It's focusing on the positive for the year. And in such a dumpster fire of a year that's like 2020, this would be a great way to be positive about the end of the year. All right, so 6 months Powersheets. Let's see if, let's look at the differences in the 6 month layout. Again, much easier to open and close and maneuver. Yeah, they fixed that binding, thank God. Nope, it's exactly the same, and you even get the refresh. There's just no, what makes this great is the refreshes used to be seasonal, but with this one, it didn't work so well. And now that they're not seasonal, they're much more universal in the undated version. So, because you can still do, like, what would you do if you had an extra 24 hours? And let's see how they ended this one, since it's only 6 months. Did they add anything? Or did they just leave it be? Let's see. Yeah, you still get it. It's a season in review to end the year. 6 months is, you know, it's just your second season review. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. What I'm going to do with this one is put everything back. And in the description box, there will be information about a giveaway. I'm going to give this one away. The 6 months is not what I'm using this year. I'm using the full year. So in the description box, there will be information about how you can win this. This giveaway will only run until October 13th so that I can notify the winner and you'll know if you didn't win it before the launch on October 14th. So let's go ahead and look at my accessories. So this is the Little by Little journal, actually zoomed in because it's really, really tiny. Ooh, yes, I love this blue, this teal and gold situation. And in this, you just get a quote, look at how much you've grown this year, and then the 7 days of the week. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this yet, but I do really like the idea of it. It's got a really tight binding. I don't know if it'll lay flat. It's definitely sewn bound. Sewn binding. See if it'll lay flat. With the work, it might. I don't know that it will. But there seems to be a new quote on every page. Yes, it does have a page marker, which is good. I just love this gold foil. It's beautiful. I don't know how I'm going to use it yet. If you guys have any ideas, definitely leave them below. But I love a journal. Then we have the sticker book, which seems to be smaller than my sticker book for this year. I always get the sticker book. And for anyone who's wondering, this is my 2020 pouch. And it will fit on this planner, just on the new planners, just fine. Fits on the 2020 planner exactly the same. But in this pouch, I have my sticker book for this year. Actually for the last 2 years. So I don't even remember which is which, but here are the previous sticker books. So let's see the color change. Obviously I used them. Oh, here they are. I was about to be upset, guys. This is what I really use from it. So the colors are a little different from year to year. Yeah, I can use this page. And yeah, I'd say this is the most saturated so far, but very, very slightly. I could easily use the previous year's books with no problem. Yeah. All right, so let's look closer at this year's book. So we've got flower power here, which I enjoy. We've got some quotes, stick to it, spell it out. We've just got some washi. I do not remember having washi in any of the previous years. I'm pretty sure we don't. So this is cool to have some like washi type long stickers. Again, this is the typical color coding. We've got our color coding dots. This is what I like using. So I'm glad they have these. I would love even more of them. I would buy more of these sheets if they sold them separately or in their own little book. Celebrate progress, keep track. This is all the typical things. I just skipped some pages. Tend to grow it. Cultivate contentment. Get motivated. I don't see the usual planning stickers, which it does not bother me because I don't use stickers in my planner. And so I never use them. Yeah, I don't see the planning stickers. So there are always stickers like this that had like money and bills and water and things like that. So I'm actually quite happy that stuff is not in there because I never used it. I'm guessing it's in the second sticker pack that you could have purchased, and I didn't purchase it because it didn't look like something that I would like. But I love this because this is completely goal focused. So I would totally purchase this. If like you have a little extra, I would totally purchase this because all these stickers are gonna work to highlight and track things in your planner. Put this in my pouch. I bought this pouch to hold my Powersheets stuff last year, and it still works. It looks as beautiful as the day I purchased it. I love this. I didn't buy one this year because I still have this one, but this is such a great way to keep track of everything you use in your Powersheets. Then we have washi. I purchased the washi pack. I mean, for what it's worth, I just really like the washi. It's good quality. It's better than the like paper-like washi. The Erin Condren washi doesn't stick that well to me. This one sticks better. It's not as cheap though as like some of the dollar store washi. It's a good quality. If you like the prints, then get it. I would totally use this in my Powersheets. It's like $12 for all of these, which is a typical washi price. It's not a bad price. I've definitely paid more for Erin Condren washi, so I think it's worthwhile. And then as I said, I purchased one notepad, the Break It Down notepad. This is going to be so useful for me. I I work in projects at work. I have always like lots of projects. And so all I need is a place to track my action steps and when I'm gonna get them done. So this is perfect for me. The wildcard pack, which I use most of the time. So let's see what's in here this year. Perpetual calendar. What I put on here is bills. I use an online system for my budgeting. So this is where I put my non-monthly bills to just remind myself. Fun list. We usually get more than one of these. I don't know how much fun I'll be having in 2021 with a virus. There's one for every season here. Organization and declutter. I don't know. I probably won't use this one. Cultivated self-care. I'll think about it here. What to read next. I keep track of all my reading on Goodreads, but this would be great to put in your planner next to each other. Plus, I read way too many books for this. I think I've already read like 60 this year, so this would so not work that well for me. But I might give it to my nephew. Give these pages to him. Create a life-giving home. When I move, maybe I'll do that. Relationship tending. This is always a goal for me, actually. Having to do with like staying in touch with my friends and family and like stuff like that. So this actually aligns with my goals. So I'll use that. I also use this to do a net worth check-in every season. Just as part of my budgeting. So this is great. There's always been 4. There are 2 this year. I guess I'll only be doing it twice in the year with that. Go-to meals. I don't know. I use a Pinterest board, so I don't know whether I'll use this. Maybe I'll give it to my sister. I cook a whole lot. Oh, some notes pages. I don't remember that. This might be new. And they're beautiful. Goals at a glance. I use this to put my goals in my life planner, actually. I usually just tape it to a notes page in the back. And then every time I refresh them, like every season, I'll just take it out and put it in a new one because my goals they're fluid. Sometimes they change form throughout the year. So I do actually use this. I just use washi tape to stick it in my planner. My life planner, I should say. And there seems to be 4 of these, one for each goals refresh. And then a 2021 perpetual calendar, which I'll probably just put somewhere visible on my desk. Oh, this is basically what that last page of the Powersheets is for this year. So now it's basically a wildcard page. So you just put like one thing in each box throughout the year that you want to celebrate. But I like this because you could actually put this in something for memory keeping and just keep it there to remind yourself. But I always like getting the wildcard pack. I mean, it really often complements the planner. Like they obviously do it to complement it. And I do like the colors this year. So the last thing I purchased was the markers. And guys, I don't know why I bought these. I think I was just hype. I was just like in the market for whatever I could get. All right, so actually let's go ahead and play with these markers. I'll use my one of the sheets for my break it down. I probably could have used the notes page, but whatever. So, I bought these to use on my tinting list, but I usually use mild liners because the muted tones in the mild liners are more in line with the colors in the planner than these of heavily saturated markers. But I don't own any markers like this, so I don't know. This was definitely an impulse purchase. All right, let's see. I do not have pretty handwriting, guys. Let's see. Read some books. I think my hair will probably be in this one. I do like the grip. But I don't have any comparison, guys. I don't use markers like that. These may end up going to one of my nephews. They're probably a bit expensive for what they are. Like, they're just markers. But I got the custom bundle. So, in some ways, I got a deal on it. So, I'm not mad at it. It's definitely just an impulse purchase that I probably won't use. But I do like the colors. And that is everything I've purchased from Cultivate What Matters for my 2021 goal setting. I feel really good about my purchases. I think that I am going to enjoy using my Powersheets. I actually wasn't sure that I was going to purchase them because 2020 has been such a dumpster fire. I wasn't sure whether I was going to use them in 2021, but I have continued to use my 2020 Powersheets. So I was like, I'll just purchase them. I'll make some plans. Hey, God may laugh at me, but I'll make some plans and try to use my Powersheets for 2021. I haven't found them to not be useful. I've found because they are so flexible in their scope, I can adjust them to my life right now, where I'm not going into an office or meeting people face to face most days. So 2021 Powersheets launch on October 14th. So that's when you can order them. I will have a link below if you enjoyed this video at all. Please use my link. It is an affiliate code, which means that you get a value and I do too. If you use the 2020 Powersheets or any year before, definitely in the comments below, let us know what you thought of them, how it worked out. So anyone has a reference point that's not just someone like me who's an affiliate for the company, even though I can say with all certainty and honesty that I love this planner, and just the way it's set up is very much conducive to achieving the goals if you use the planner. So make sure you check the description box for the giveaway, and until next time, be well, be safe, and find a bit of joy in every day. Bye.